Good morning, my dear students of class 8th. I welcome you all to this new class of social science where we will be completing the chapter from civics, which is understanding our criminal justice system. Now, in the previous classes, we have seen the introduction of what the situation exactly looks when a crime occurs. We have taken examples of robbery, theft, stealing, so on. So we have discussed so far what actually has to be done when a crime takes place. Then we saw four major key players in a crime scene. Number one, police. Number one, public prosecutor. And number three, the defense lawyer. There are four major key players, right? And the fourth key player is the judge, ultimately without whom the judgment cannot take place, and we cannot prove that the person accused is guilty or not. So after studying the role of police, let us quickly come to know what is FIR. We always keep hearing these in TVs, movies, that we have lodged an FIR. But what is actually FIR? FIR is First Information Report. Police can begin investigation into a crime scene only with the registration of an FIR. Unless and until this document is being done, no investigation can take place. Then the law states that it is compulsory for an officer in charge of police to register an FIR when a person gives information about a crime taking place. Then, children, FIR usually consists of date, time, place, and the crime or the offense which has taken place. Now, complaints have got the legal right. Compliant has got the legal right to keep a free copy of FIR from the police. So the person who is complaining, the person who is filing the FIR has a right to keep that copy with him, and the copy has to be presented by the police officer. Now let us move to the role of public prosecutor. What is the meaning of public prosecutor, children? As in the introduction class, I explained the term is itself defining prosecute something, and whose prosecutor it is, public. So, a law officer who conducts criminal proceedings on behalf of the state or public or in public interest is known as public prosecutor, because this lawyer is presenting whom? The public interest. What happens to society is generally being taken as public prosecutor. So all these things are being taken up by public prosecutor. So public prosecutor is having the free trial in the court on behalf of the interest of the society. He fights against the crime and the criminal or the person who is accused. We cannot call a person criminal, but yes, a person who is accused of any crime, the public prosecutor fights against that. Now, what is the role of public prosecutor, children? A law officer who conducts criminal proceedings on behalf of the state, which I told you, all right, is a public prosecutor. Then what is the meaning of actually, what is the role, what role he plays? The role of the public prosecutor begins when once the police has conducted the investigation and has handed over the file. Then we saw that he must conduct the prosecution on behalf of the state. Obviously, public prosecutor has to do the proceedings on behalf of the state. He is expected to act impartially and present the full material or the evidences in the court. So we expect the public prosecutor to be impartial. He should not have any partial behavior, okay? And he should present the documents in the court, whatever evidences he is having. All right, children. Now, let us see what is the role of the judge. Now, what is the role of the judge? The judge hears all the witnesses and defense lawyer. Sorry, I have missed one, defense lawyer. Defense lawyer is obviously fighting the case, taking the court proceedings on whose behalf? The person who is being accused. His role is this much. And what is the role of the judge? Very important. The judge hears all the witnesses of all and sees all the evidences which are being presented in the court. The judge decides whether the person who is accused, he or she is guilty or innocent. The third important role of the judge, children. If the accused is convicted, the judge pronounces the sentence, which can be sending the person to jail or imposing a heavy fine on that person. So, if a person is proven guilty, then it is up to the judge. Whatever punishment the judge gives, the judge can send that person in jail, in prison, or the judge can impose the fines. All right. Now let us see the last part of the chapter, which is a fair trial. Now, according to Article 21, the Constitution that guarantees the right to life. Very important line. Children, please mark it in your books. If I give you a short question, what does Article 21 of the Indian Constitution guarantees? The answer will be the Article 21 of the Indian Constitution guarantees right to life. Got it? So this is very important. More chances for this question to come for the exam. Now, it guarantees right to life, which states that a person's life or liberty can be taken away only by a reasonable and a judicial legal proceeding. So you cannot take anybody's life and set that person in prison. No, it is only through one process, that if a person is accused of something and if a person is proven guilty, then only the judge can send that person to jail. Now, second, every citizen, irrespective of color, caste, gender, and social backgrounds, is having this right to get a free trial in the court if he is blamed of some crime, or if the person is accused of some crime, or if we blame a person for some crime, then that person is having full right to have that fair trial in the court, children. So, and the last, the role of the rule of the law says that everyone is equal before the eyes of the law, and it makes very much sense if every citizen were not guaranteed a fair trial by the constitution. If we say that all people are equal before the eyes of the law, then only we have to prove this by giving all the citizens of the country a fair trial. With this, we come to an end to the chapter, where I hope the chapter is understood by you all. And after this, I'll be attaching a PDF for the questions and answers. So children, after this, we will begin with the last chapter of the syllabus for subjective assessment 2, which is industries from geography. Thank you so much, children, and have a good day.